The label on her cage said, "Do not handle without gloves." Someone had added a second note underneath in smaller handwriting. "She will not improve." Her name at the shelter was Midge. She was a brown tabby with white markings and eyes that were too large for her face, wide, unblinking, permanently startled as though she had once witnessed something that could not be unseen. She weighed 5.8 pounds. She had been at the Clover Hill Animal Shelter in Roanoke, Virginia for 14 months. In that time, 11 people had inquired about her, 3 had asked to meet her, none had taken her home. The staff liked her, in the way shelter staff learn to like the animals they cannot save, with a practiced tenderness that holds something back, because holding everything back is the only way to keep doing the job. They fed her, they talked to her through the cage bars, they noted in her file that she was not aggressive exactly, but that she did not tolerate handling and that her eyes, while medically unremarkable, seemed to unsettle people. "She looks scared all the time," one volunteer had written. "Even when she's calm, she looks scared." That was not entirely inaccurate. Dana Whitefield was 47 years old, a school librarian from Roanoke who had owned cats her entire adult life. 3 of them across 20 years, each one gone now. She had not planned to adopt again. The house felt correct in its quietness, she told herself. She had adjusted. She walked into Clover Hill on a Saturday in March for no particular reason she could name later. She had driven past it 100 times. That morning, she simply turned in. She did not find Midge immediately. She walked the rows of cages, pausing at kittens, at a pair of orange brothers pressed together in sleep, at a large gray Tom who regarded her with the calm authority of someone who had been waiting specifically for her and found her slightly late. Do not handle without gloves. Dana did not have gloves. She opened the cage anyway. Midge pressed herself flat against the back wall. Dana did not reach in. She just left the door open and waited, the way you wait for something that has learned that waiting is usually followed by disappointment. After 4 minutes, Midge moved 2 inches forward. Dana drove home that afternoon with a carrier on the passenger seat. The first week was quiet in ways Dana had not anticipated. Midge did not hide. That was the first surprise. Most shelter cats in a new home disappear for days, under beds, inside closets, behind appliances. Midge chose the corner of the living room bookshelf, 3rd shelf from the bottom, where she arranged herself with a precision that suggested she had thought about it, and watched. She watched Dana make coffee, she watched Dana grade reading assessments at the kitchen table, she watched the street through the front window with those wide, unreadable eyes, cataloging something, the rhythm of the house, perhaps, or the particular quality of its silence. She did not ask to be touched. She did not ask for anything except food, which she communicated by appearing in the kitchen doorway at exactly 7:15 each morning and making a sound that was less a meow than a very short declarative statement. "I see you know what time it is," Dana said on the 3rd morning. Midge blinked once slowly and waited. If you've been watching this channel and haven't subscribed yet, this is the moment. This is exactly the kind of story we exist to tell. Hit the button, we're not done yet. The change when it came was not dramatic, it rarely is. It was a Tuesday evening, 3 weeks in. Dana was sitting on the couch reading, a lamp on, the rest of the house dark. She became aware, without looking up, that the weight distribution of the couch had shifted slightly. Midge had climbed up beside her. Not onto her, not touching her, approximately 8 inches away. Folded into herself, those wide eyes half closed for the first time Dana had seen. Not relaxed, exactly. Midge seemed constitutionally incapable of what most people would call relaxed, but present, voluntarily, deliberately present in the particular way of an animal that has made a calculation and arrived at a conclusion. Dana did not move. She kept reading. Outside, it had started to rain. After a while, she felt the faint warmth of Midge shifting an inch closer, then another. By the time Dana put her book down, Midge's side was pressed against her leg. The cat was not purring, she was simply there, solid and warm and entirely still, with the quiet insistence of something that had decided, after considerable deliberation, that this was where it belonged. Dana sat there for a long time without moving, in the way you sit when you understand, without quite being able to say why, that something important is happening. Domestic shorthair cats, the mixed breed cats that make up the majority of shelter populations, are the least adopted cats in America by a significant margin. Research on shelter outcomes consistently shows that color and coat pattern influence adoption decisions in ways that have nothing to do with temperament or bonding capacity. Tabby cats, calico cats, cats without distinctive markings or pedigree names, they wait longer, they are returned more often, their files accumulate notes. What the research also shows, and what shelter workers will tell you without hesitation, is that mixed breed cats frequently demonstrate what biologists call hybrid vigor, a resilience and adaptability that purebred animals, selected for specific traits over generations, often lack. They adjust, they survive, and perhaps most importantly, they observe. A mixed-breed cat that has spent months in a shelter learns to read a room with a precision that is almost unsettling. Who is nervous, who is kind, who means what they say. Midge had been reading rooms for 14 months. She knew exactly what she was looking for. They find, in the particular human they have chosen, a loyalty that is not performed, but simply expressed, in the way they show up, in the weight of them against your leg on a rainy Tuesday, in 14 months of waiting without giving up. Midge had waited 14 months. She had watched 11 people walk past her cage. She had read every one of them with those wide, careful eyes, and found each of them, for reasons of her own, not quite right. She had not been wrong. She had been patient. Dana still has her. That is not the whole of it, but it is the essential part. Midge still sleeps on the third shelf of the bookcase sometimes, especially in the morning light. She still appears in the kitchen doorway at 7:15 with her brief, non-negotiable announcement. She still watches the street with an expression that suggests she is compiling detailed records on the neighbors and finding most of them statistically unremarkable. She has, over 8 months, allowed Dana to scratch behind her left ear. She has, on 4 separate occasions, climbed fully into Dana's lap and stayed there for the duration of a television program. She has not, to Dana's knowledge, forgiven the shelter for the glove policy, but she has not raised the subject directly. Some mornings, Dana finds her already on the couch when she comes downstairs, waiting, in the way she always waits, with those impossible eyes and that expression of someone who has seen enough of the world to know what matters and has decided, quietly and without ceremony, that this is it. She was listed as unadoptable, Dana told a friend once. She paused. I think she just hadn't met the right person yet. Have you ever been written off by something, a situation, a place, a version of yourself that turned out, given enough time, to be exactly right?